Here's quick before the video starts, don't forget to like and sub and you won't miss out on any upcoming tutorials. Hey, so today we're doing jaws, claws and wings, as you may have seen by the thumbnail, and here we've got an example of a wing that we're actually just going to copy down onto the page as a reference. Now I've sped this footage up a bit so I can fit more stuff in. And later I've got a bit of a special thing for you right at the end of the episode as well. However, if you do want to learn how to do wings, jaws, claws and some other stuff, then do stick around and don't skip. So now we've got the basic shape of the wing down, what we are going to do is we're going to add some inner feathers. Now these can just be V's, they can be points, and then on the top of each V we're going to add lines that extend up into the wing, adding some more shape, formality and definition to our wing. Now with a bat's wing or a dragon's wing, depending on what you're drawing, this is different obviously, and I'll do another example in a minute. So now we're just defining the key points of a wing. So obviously you have this circle on the far right, which is the joint, the middle circle which is like the elbow, and then the final circle which would, I guess, be the hand. That then connects down into some more circles which I'm going to draw now, along with some lines which are going to connect it all up. So if you've seen my human and figures video, you'll know that the body is also very much like this, where it's just a load of circles and squares or just shapes connected up with lines, and it's very similar with fingers, toes and wings and tails and everything as well. So here we go. Let's connect all this up. Now it is very easy to then orientate this into whatever position you want, and I'm going to show you in a minute what I mean by that by doing an example. Now we're going to move on to a dragon wing. So with no reference picture here, none at all, we're going to use the same mechanics, using the circles and the lines to create a wing shape, and we're going to try and make it as reptilian or as batty as possible. So obviously we start off with the muscle, join that up, and then we come down to these bits. Now it's slightly different on the dragon because they have separate, like, call them spines, but no, let's go on the back. We're going to call them spines, but they have separate spines that go out and then connect up with skin, or some might just have one big wing that don't have spines, I don't know. It can be whatever you want. But each spine is a line and each joint is a circle. So we've done that again here, and now we're just going to add a bit more detail. Now on this third circle here, you can add a spike if you want. It is optional, again, you can do what you want. And now we're going to try and make this look just a bit more like a bat wing or a dragon wing. So we're going to connect up all the lines to the top using some lines. Now with this part, it's very I used to find this hard, but you have to keep the thickness of the lines the same way up until you get to the joints where you can sort of bend out into like diamond shapes. But for the other bits, you've got to keep it the same thickness on the way up, otherwise it might look a bit odd or a bit strange. And with the skin that you join at the bottom with the wings, you can add like broken bits, holes, and I'm going to show you a bit of shading that you can do on it as well. And if you colour these properly, they will look really good, and colouring and shading will be one video coming out probably like chapter 3 of the tutorials. Yes, there is chapters, so chapter 1, as you know, is anatomy, which is what we're doing now. So I'm just going to finish this dragon wing off in a quick time lapse again. Here we go. Pretty much almost done. There we go. And yes, the spike is optional. Right, now we're going to move on to another example of a wing, but again just using the line and the structure to make it in a completely different position. This can be any wing you like. I'm just adding detail of a bird because I think it might be easier to draw. Again, if you colour this right, it will look amazing. And if you position this right with the correct proportions on a character or on a beast of any sort, again, it will look brilliant. It will look exquisite. It will look amazing. Yeah, so what we're going to do first is actually just draw a basic shape. This is just to show you guys what it might look like. But if you're actually going to follow along with the tutorial, I suggest that you draw the structure lines and the circles for the joints first, then draw the wing over the top. I'm doing it the other way around just to show you what I mean. So obviously with a wing, it's like two bumps. You've got one coming up from the joint, and then another one coming down and up a lot further out though, which eventually straightens out into a flat line, and that is the tip of the wing. Now, this is quite a big wingspan for, I guess, the creature I'll be doing, and actually I might use some of these wings or some of these skills in some of the pictures that I took yesterday. So you may have seen on my Instagram, if you did look, you can head over there. The link is in the channel description. If not, then it is C and C58 underscores between C and C. No capital letters. But on there I took some pictures of some quite normal things, but I'm going to try and turn them into peculiar things. Now, this might be a series that I do on the channel as part of like the time-lapse thing, taking things that are so normal, but making them so irregular, so unnormal, so peculiar. And I just love how nature forms things as well to make them look out of the ordinary. And things that are so odd, they could be so much more, which is what I'm going to try to do to them. Anyway, I'm getting a bit off track here. Back to the tutorial, we're just getting into the structure lines now. I'm just showing you how the wing works. Yeah, if you want to see the pictures, and actually maybe have a go yourself with the pictures, or try do some peculiar drawings, then obviously let me know, or you can send them over, and I might like judge them, have like a ratings video. Yeah, I have got Discord, so I think you can set pictures in Discord. I'm not entirely sure. I'll have a look, but yeah, we'll see if we can do that. So yeah, back on the topic. We've just done the structure lines for the wings, and now, as you can see, it's pretty much like the other ones. We've got these three joints here, and then we've got the lines that extend out into the different parts of the wing. Now, I've only done a few because I didn't want to do all the feathers. You can if you want to, but it's going to be a lot more complicated. Now, when I go over this in pen, I am actually going to show all the lines. But what you should do is draw the lines in pencil, then draw your shape over the top, then add your detail, and then go over it in pen. But with the lines, what you can do is then go over the top of the pen once it's dried with a rubber, and it will erase all the lines underneath, which I found out is quite useful. Now, I have done some other stuff around the wings here. I've got some claws up here, very easy to draw, so same principle as everything else. I kind of didn't want to include it because it's pretty much the same as the feet video that I did. But yeah, it's the same principle. It's literally just using circles and lines to make joints and other things. I did some tails as well, which are, well, yeah, the same thing. Lines and circles to make joints, and then shapes around, and then you pretty much have your thing. I'm just doing some horns here as well. So with horns, it's important that you keep the same thickness, like the tails as well, and the things on the dragon's wings.
On the whole,
and also to know where
just
your
about
shadow
where
and
the
your
light
light
is.
is coming from. Now the shadow on mine is coming down from the top, and the sun is coming from the bottom. So that's all for today, and this is how far I've got on the shadow dragon thing. I've actually got him here. We're here with me now. If you'd like to say something. Oh yeah, I think it's looking really good. I can't wait for this to be in the video. I really can't wait to show it on the channel. But hopefully I will be able to do that. See ya.